gentlemen, Corey Bell. We play some harmonica. Hi, you all that. Hi, this is Gary Burbank, and
Fantasy.
you know, I was going to ignore this story when it first came out. The first story about the guy from Thailand who cut off his, I don't want to say, I know it's a clinical word, but I don't like to say it. His nature. His nature.
Okay.
As Howland Black calls it, nature. But it's happened again, and I was going to leave it alone, but now...
Same guy?
Well, it seems to be... No, he couldn't cut it off twice. This is... okay, the first guy, you may not have heard the story, was a migrant worker from Myanmar. He did that, and after drinking himself into a rage, and his wife refused him sex. And so his name, by the way, is Po Dong. That was the other guy, the last guy. Po Dong was his name. I don't see any irony there at all, actually. She refused, and he stayed up all night drinking whiskey, and then made another attempt. He thought, I guess, drinking whiskey all night might change her mind. I'll be sexy by then. When this attempt at intimacy was also rebuffed, Po Dong flew into a rage and severed his nature with scissors. It's got to be painful. I mean, he was in serious... I don't know how he did, but I know now he's even less likely to convince his wife to have sex. See, this story is just an adult version of the spoiled kid whose friends won't play with him, saying, I'm going to take my bat and go home. Well, he did something. Okay, that was the last story. Okay, now, a new guy, this a 70-year-old Moroccan, did the same thing in protest of his wife's long refusal to have sex with him. And he does the deed. And they pick him up, they take him to a hospital, and the surgeon there said he didn't bring, he didn't say his nature, he didn't bring it with him. So there's not much we could do. I mean, if you do that, if you decide to protest your wife, right, and you do something like this, I mean, in the back of your mind, you may think, I may need that again sometime. I mean, maybe at some point I need this, and so I'll take it to the hospital with me, and maybe they can reattach it.
Before you do it, have a cooler handy.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, if you're going to perform some kind of outpatient surgery on yourself, then you should get everything in order. I mean, scissors are not good. You need something even sharper.
Ginsu.
But he didn't bring it with him. He left the hospital well. He was okay, but he didn't have what he needed to have. I mean, this is turning into a public health crisis at this point. I mean, it's only 2 people, but how many cases go unreported?
Yeah, and it seems like
there's
one
would you
in
report
Thailand.
if you did something like this? Would you No, in Thailand, yeah, and now in Rabat, Morocco, and the UN's. I think the UN's World Health Organization needs to get word out at this point. I mean, the UN does nothing else. That it doesn't seem they do a whole lot of anything. I mean, when you look at some dire places that they're needed, Sudan, places like that, and they just kind of walk around with their heads in strange places. So in this case, maybe this way they'll get onto this. I mean, this could be something they all could relate to. So maybe get the word out that cutting off pieces of one's own anatomy is not only very dangerous, it's also very ineffective toward getting the wife to sleep with you. Okay? Just want to pass that along. I've done my public service. This is Gary Burbank on the BBC. 700 WLW, the home of the Reds in Cincinnati.